Hello, people. I've been away for like a day and a half or so. Haven't been too active in the mafia genre. Um, my partner, Deanna, she got COVID, um, and she's currently in intensive care in critical condition. Just one of those things. This is a badass year. Um, but you know what? I wanted to do a video. Oh, and also, before I start this video, I also want to say to Walt Sicilian, no matter what our differences are, being that your mother had COVID, I wish her the best, and I mean that. Uh, COVID's no joke, and it's tough, COVID, and when you see it, you know, everybody has their different political opinions of it, but COVID is very real. It's not anything fake. It's a deadly, deadly disease that was given to us by another country quite a while. What, a year and a half ago, and it's taken down quite a few people, good people, and out of the blue. I mean, I live in a town right here where a couple police officers got it and died. Young guys, like in the mid 30s and 40s. So, you know, I may have it right now. I'm not sure. Got the colds, kind of cold, chilly. And being that Deanna's in intensive care, I can't even go see her until she gets out of intensive care, which I'm hoping. When I took her to the hospital last night, she was having a lot of trouble breathing. And what really aggravated me about the whole thing is 2 times the ambulance came in 2 days, and both times they told her that the VA was jammed up with 40-hour waiting periods. And they pretty much talked her out of going those first 2 times. And I was arguing with the ambulance guys and telling them, why are you trying to talk her out of it? Just take her. And no, the third time back, yesterday they came, she was very bad. And so I told them, I said, don't take her to the VA. Please take her to the main hospital, which is a trauma hospital. And they specialize in COVID. And she went in, and in the beginning, I thought it was a chest infection, because she's been doing a lot of coughing, but her temperature wasn't high. And then they took her temperature and stuff, and it was still normal. And then they ran the test. But when I was in there, I said, okay, I've been around her continuously. I've been taking care of her for the last 3-4 days that she's been sick. And she pretty much just got sicker and sicker. What She's just sitting there. I'm sorry, she's laying there in the hospital. Then they come in with a special breathing machine. It's like a CPAP, but it goes in 2 different directions. A very big machine. It's a step before they put you on a ventilator. So they put her on this, and it helped. The key is, if you have COVID, the last thing you want to do is be put on a ventilator, because that could be it. Usually it is it. I mean, it does save some people, but usually it doesn't. So she pretty much, right now, she's in intensive care, critical condition. She's a strong woman, real strong. Heck, she's put up with me for years, and nobody could do that without being strong. And that's pretty much it, and it's not a fun game getting COVID. Now let's get to the Tony Pizza thing here, and what happened in that whole thing. Now, one thing I could tell you about YouTube, it's very hard to get videos taken down and to get channels taken down. Very, very hard. You have to really go over the line to be taken down. Even in videos, that can be 74-hour warnings on a video. And we've always went after people's videos. Everybody does that here. If people don't like it, you can flag a video, and 95% of the time it's rejected, the flag, and they let the video stay up. I've had one video taken down by somebody in all this time. And as you know, I've done videos that have been pretty brutal toward people. And people have done videos that have been really brutal toward me. I mean, heck, this mafia genre has become a war zone with psychotic people running around telling lies. And I know some people might say I'm psychotic and I'm telling lies. Okay, so with Bald Sicilian, that whole thing with Tony was crazy. I mean, the good thing about it is it left me and Bald Sicilian off each other's back. The bad thing about it, I kind of feel bad because that was with the money the guy was making. And he's homeless, and now he's lost that income. So what is he going to do to gain that income now? I mean, he had his channel taken down. The thing I disagree with most is that Bald Sicilian said that he's never going to let him go back up, and he's always going to go at him. I mean, he's going to do everything to stop. I don't think that's right. I mean, you proved the point. You took down his channel. But you have a lot of people over there that like you, and there's no doubt about that. But there's a lot of people that don't like what you did. But I'm not going to say you're right or wrong on it, because I don't know what I would have done if he was saying that kind of stuff. There's a limit. I mean, he told me in a video he's going to clip me, or he's going to say, you're going to be clipped. I could have easily hit him on that, but the guy's all talk. The reality is he isn't. If a guy like that was going to do something, he would have done it already, and you would have been able to look him up and find stuff on him. And as you know, everybody looks up everybody in here to see what their past is. And the guy has anything he's done was before 2000. Since then, a bunch of vagrant stuff and, silly stuff. Do I think Bald Sicilian should have done it? How far do you let it go? I would say to Bald Sicilian, okay, you proved your point. You took his channel down. Bald Sicilian and I, we've had many wars, and we both said a lot of bad things to each other. But the one thing we never did was like threaten each other's lives. And people might be upset about the fact that Tony got taken down. I mean, Tony's show was growing quick, and Tony was given the opportunity to do something with his life. I mean, do you realize if Tony kept his mouth shut and kept talking, there was something likable about him? And then he slowly became unlikable. And if you look at my channel, if you look at Bald Sicilian's channel, if you look at Tony's channel, we all get a lot of dislikes now. Okay. And that's just the way it is. Finally, mine are turning around a little bit, but I'm still getting a lot of dislikes. Because people have picked their sides here, who they like and who they don't. And I'll give you an example of this BS Josie, this psychopath. She comes at me with false lies, and they think that it's going to take my channel down. And now she's talking about doing a show Friday night. She thinks my channel is going to come down, or this is the final. Matter of fact, this is the final nail in his stupid show or something like that. Well, let me explain something to the Boris Karloff looking dude that's doing the show. You are at a couple hundred. You are being used. You have jumped on, you're going through that thing now where, oh, look at the people talking to me. But nobody gives two hoots about you, dude. Even after you do the show with Josie, unless you find a body in my trunk of my car, it doesn't matter. Don't you understand? There's nothing you could do with that psychopath to hurt this show. Right after Josie went on with Stax and made those false allegations, I had a great week. Anybody could look at my channel and see that I'm almost at 2,400. I got to 2,000 a couple weeks ago. I'm looking around. I don't see anybody else. They're pretty much setting their numbers right now. And you have to remember, this is, if you're racing, if you get off to a great start, it's a marathon. That's what it comes down to. In the end, you don't know who's going to be where. Nobody knows. Look at Panisi. He's going strong. He's happy. He's getting good numbers on his show, and boom, he's going just like that. Look at Tony. Same thing that happened. But, you have to remember, too, my channel's always being threatened to take it down by other people. I've threatened to take down videos, and then sometimes I get mad. I say stupid things when someone comes at me, like doxing me and shit like that. A lot of stuff is said out of anger, and there's no doubt. Anybody knows here, whether it's Sicilian or whatever, we all get angry, and we say things. Sometimes we regret. There's no doubt about that. So now, I have to decide whether I'm going to even answer whatever show they do tomorrow. Really, I'm getting tired of it. It's any human being knows when another human being is full of crap. And I would say the majority of people on the YouTube genre know that Josie has a personal vendetta against me. She's a crazy woman, but that's fine. The things that's sad is people keep giving her platforms. Boss Sicilian, I want to ask you this question. Now, you were really pissed at Tony a couple days ago. And then Josie comes on and she's talking to Tony. She's talking about sending Tony money. And you said that anybody that's on his channel can get the hell off yours. But yet you're there platforming her. You bring her on your show, despite the fact that she's over there giving this dude money and saying what a great guy he is. So we're all full of shit in this whole time, in this whole genre. It's all a bunch of bullshit. And I really don't give a hoot what anybody says anymore. I mean, as bad as can be said has been said. But if you think that people should, I had a freaking MMA fighter threaten to come to my house and send a picture to me and make threats on text, which is as serious as anything Tony did. But I didn't go to the police. Sometimes I'll say that, but in the end, one thing about me is I don't like police. Matter of fact, Sicilian said something that makes a lot of sense. Um, that he doesn't like police because you never know if you have a warrant somewhere. And that's true. When you lived a life where you've done a lot of things wrong, you always wonder whether you have a warrant somewhere. To this day, if I get pulled over, and I have been, um, I'm like, oh, damn, you still have that feeling of being scared because you know that you spent a good majority of your life with warrants against you. I probably spent half my life with warrants against me. And so that's something to always worry about. Uh, Even though there are no warrants no more, they're gone. You know, at least there's no felony warrants. As misdemeanors, who the hell knows? Uh, but it is something that people that spent a good portion of their lives doing bad stuff thinks about. As for Tony, as bad as he talks and stuff, he's able to get a license, drive around, not worry about getting pulled over and stuff. Nobody knows Tony. Well, let me put it this way: Tony self-destructed. I mean, he literally self-destructed before everybody's eyes. He had no loyalty to nobody, including the people that were in, even the people with his wrenches. He would say, "Oh, yeah, I gave you that wrench before. Okay, I'm taking it away." I mean, that's who he was. That was just him. And now for him to come back, personally, I think that if he came back on another channel, he would get those, he would get to 1,000 real quick. And I think that if he does come back, he should be allowed to get to 1,000 real quick. And if he starts his shit up again, then you go after him again. You don't threaten to keep him off YouTube. That's kind of pussyish, really, when you really think about it. Just let the man come back and say, look, you see what happened to you last time. I took down your whole channel. But here's another question. If I did that, can you imagine how people would be acting? If I came out and confessed that I took down someone's channel, just think about that. It would be like hell. You got so many people here, and you got your sides. And you know what pisses people off more than anything? They underestimate the viewers that I have and who watches and whether they're legitimate. They're very legitimate. When I do a live, the people that come on my show are there for the purpose of a live. It's not nearly, I don't get the trolls I used to get. It's settled down there. I mean, I used to get tons of them, but then once you find out who they are, you just keep them out. And if they come back with another name, you take them back out. But that's what I like. I like when people say, oh, nobody's really going to your channel and stuff. But just look at my numbers. Take a look in the last month on the growth of all these channels. Nobody's grown any quicker than me, and I haven't grown any quicker. Everybody's been pretty equal. Some people got great head starts. And now they got another ass clown that looks like Boris Karloff. This dude has literally come at me, and he's going to do a show. Who the hell knows what he's going to do on it or whatever? But he's going to come at me. The dude, look at him. I mean, and I like to say something to you, dude. Mob Show. When your show first came out, I was one of the first people to subscribe to your show. I was one of the first people to give you a shout out. And you even said, thank you for the shout out. And then all of a sudden, people came to you and you fell for it. Nobody will show Josie with any reputation making those claims. So she goes to Stacks, because Stacks, if he has Ramondi on his show, he'll have anybody on his show. That's what it comes down to with Stacks. And Stacks, that video that you got up, that child molestation video, I could have taken that down, but I didn't take it down. You know why? Because it has helped me. It hasn't hurt me. Because the only people that go along with that video you put up are the people who already hated me, the people that already took another side. So you have that video. Hopefully you get to 3,000 or 4,000 views. But you have to understand what that algorithm means. And I'm sure you don't, Stacks. The more, and that's the difference between you and Bald Sicilian. He knows he doesn't want my name mentioned on his show because of the algorithm. All it does is help people. Whether it's negative or positive, it helps people. It puts you more out there. So just keep it up and enjoy it. And enjoy the little bit of money you may make off of it. That's all I can say to you. And I'll enjoy the videos I have on you. But you should be glad I'm putting your name out there. Or any of us. I'm at 2,400 now. I'm just about to hit 2,400. And this creepy guy, Mob Show, with the coffee cup, he has made a statement that he was trying to mock me getting to 1,000. Like claiming that I did it illegally and shit like that, which we all know is bullshit. Anybody knows is bullshit. And then he was mocking me for getting to 2,000. But listen, creepy Mob Show guy. That is your name from now on. Creepy Mob Show guy. First of all, that coffee cup thing is really scary looking. The way you lift it up like that and stuff. If that's your gig, you better find another one, because that one ain't working. You will never get to 1,000 because you just don't have what it takes. If you didn't platform Josie, I'm sorry. If you didn't, maybe she was a Jessie at one time. I wouldn't be surprised. If you didn't platform Josie, you probably would get there. But here's what you think there's this just huge group of people that are going to believe this. The people that are going to watch your show and believe it are the people that hate me already, not the people that like me. See, this is what you don't understand. See, what you should have done, Mob Show, is you should have stayed neutral, because you were talking about all the shows when you first came out. Matter of fact, you gave me, kudos. Now, if you wanted to go after me because you didn't believe something I said about the Gaudis or something, that's fine and good. But now you're about to let a person that has proven that she has hate in her heart for somebody come on your show, thinking it's going to gain you something. It's not going to gain you anything, dude. You either have it in this business or you don't have it in this business. The mob genre is a vicious genre, but they're also smart. And let me tell you something. Dude, when they turn on you, they're going to turn on you. Do you know how many people have come to me and made remarks about how fucking creepy you look? You have fun with your show tomorrow, buddy. But you're making a major mistake. And that's not a threat from me. When I say you're making a major mistake, I'm talking you're making a major mistake for your brand, because you're alienating a huge group of people. Read underneath there. Read what people are saying about what you're doing. A lot of people are mocking Josie. Josie's no half the people here, probably more, think Josie's a stalker, and she is. What else would you call it? She's been around for 3 months now, and 90% of her videos is strictly on me. That's kind of scary. I've never been that much. I've never been stalked, first of all, but she's definitely a stalker. And why she's so angry and full of hate, it's obvious that something very traumatic happened in her life. Uh, but Josie, for all you know, people might know what that traumatic thing was. And I will tell you one more time, Josie, every action gets a reaction. And each time you get a reaction, it gets a little bit stronger. See, you're doing this now because you're trying so hard to put me away and you can't. That's tearing you up. I mean, you've tried everything. And you thought for sure you had me last week with that child station thing. I'm going around grabbing little children, throwing them in my car. See, this is how people know. All you can do is run my name and see if there's anything ever with a child. Nothing. Not a tiny little thing. I'm a grandfather with 3 kids under 5. And that's another thing. Mob show, creepy guy. Do you think that you could sit down for 30 minutes, just like I'm doing right now, put out a video and get 1,000 views automatically? No, no gimmicks. I'm not playing anybody else's videos right now. None of that. But automatically I'll get 1,000 views. If I was doing it, see, this is the thing. And this is where people don't let you understand this. They don't want you to understand this. If I was doing a live, I'd always get between 2 and 3. But I'm not doing a live. I am doing a video. And that's it. Because I have faith when I drop this video that it's going to do well. And by well, in standards of YouTube, it's not really well. You got some powerhouses out there, Sammy Gavano and Francis. They drop videos. Oh my gosh! Even Jimmy Calandra, he drops a video. Oh my God, they take off. I mean, the reality is those are the big boys. And the way we're fighting here, we'll probably never get to that. It's like FBS, you're talking about getting to 10,000. You made some good points the other day when you said when people look back on your show and they see these things, and that's always going to be a problem with me too. But here's the thing. Are you sure you haven't peaked already? Your numbers haven't moved in a couple weeks. Barely moved. So, because there's only so many people out here for the mafia genre. And we are not gangsters. No one knows who you are. No one knows who I am. Just a handful of people. People know who Michael Franzese is. They know who, they even know who Jimmy is because Jimmy went on, what's his name show? Sammy show. Maybe you'll do it, but let's see how quick you move. You're always making your little snide remarks about this show right here. I catch all your snide remarks, and I think to myself, dude, you're 1,300 viewers ahead of me. That's it. Just 14? That's 1,400. That could change dramatically just with something big happening. It could change for you. It could change for me. We could bring one person on let's face it, Neither one of us have ever had a big person on. The biggest person we've had on our shows, believe it or not, is Jimmy Calandra. Because look at you, you're almost at 20,000. I'm at 24,000 with Jimmy. I can't believe that actually. And then John Alight's at 20,000 over here. All these other guys, these B actors and stuff, they're B actors. That's what they are. They're B actors. You're only going to get so many hits off them. But when you land an A actor, it all changes. And you might land an A actor. Or, hey, I might have an A actor lined up too. But, when they come look at our videos and see all this bullshit go on, I mean, you could say what you want about my show. Okay, there's a lot of drama. But, dude, there's a lot of drama on your show too. You are drama out the ass. I mean, so much drama. And if you can't see how much drama you got on your show, look what happened yesterday. Look what happened the day before. The day before you had a Kuta, oh my gosh. You had the pole smoker was getting all fucking upset. And I thought he was going to pout and cry. And then everybody was getting mad at each other. Mob Rat tore him a new asshole. So there's only so much growth in the part we're in. Look at, do I look at numbers? Yeah, I look at numbers. I look at everybody's numbers. I like numbers. That tells you, I'll take shows and match them up because you're able to do that with the stuff they have here. I'll match them up. There's not much difference. 1,000, 1,500. That's not a big difference. It could change overnight. People know what they want to hear. It'll be interesting to see how much I get in this video because I'm just sitting here talking. And that's a gift you have, FBS. You can sit there and talk. People prefer you by yourself. They really do. I would say that's your biggest mistake you're making. You're underestimating yourself. Everybody can go out and get a yes man. That's what it comes down to. And you got the yes man. And also, I want to discuss one other thing. I am probably going to take a few days off. So if I take a few days off, it's not because anything's happening on here. It's happening, in my life right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Deanna. She's a very sick woman. And this year has been a pretty brutal year, And in between what's going on in my life this year, I put this insanity of this mafia genre stuff. We're not even mafia genre. We're mafia drama. Or drama. Because we hardly talk about the mafia anymore. But drama sells. People don't want to hear that, but it sells. I hope I explained it enough what I meant on what happened between Old Sicilian and Tony. But I'll guarantee you one thing. Somebody else is going to come along. It always happens. Somebody just shows up out of the blue. You got some creepy dude with a coffee cup in his hand. You got, he comes out of the blue. But nobody watches him really. And then you have some guy driving around in a fucking car He's at 1,200, pushing 1,300 in a month. No home to speak of. It's obvious. And you have this guy being watched like crazy. And you know why? FBS is right. $10,000, dude. If I don't think your mother gave you 10,000. I think it was more like 4,000 or 5,000. I think it was 5,000. You say 10,000, but everything you say is an exaggeration. I would say she gave you 5,000. But even with $5,000, dude, the first thing you should have done is found a place to put over your head. You have your car. And now, what do you have now? All you had to do was go on and continue talking the way you've been talking. You even showed a video of Sammy Gavano. That's impressive. You know, no one can take that away from you. And now you just fucked it all up. You threw it all out the window. You let Bald Sicilian get to you. And Bald Sicilian, he got to you too, dude. You know? It was entertainment value, that's for damn sure. My personal thing, you just shouldn't, you know, Bald Sicilian likes to put everything on his show and talk about it. Everything going on in the world and in his life. So, personally, Bald Sicilian, I think that you should have never mentioned that you took down his channel. Because I think that you've gotten less respect today than you had yesterday. You are see what you're doing is you're looking at your chat room and you're seeing a bunch of people in there agree with you and a few that don't. But beyond that, there's a lot more people. I've had hundreds of people contact me and say, can you believe what this fucking rat did? Calling you a rat. I'm not going to call you a rat for doing that. Tony pushed it a little bit too far. You know, everybody. He was threatening everybody. I just wouldn't have said I did it. You know, when you say you do it, then you look more like a rat. You know, just do it and don't talk about it. You know, I get mad and say all sorts of shit that I don't do because I'm a blubbering old man sometimes. Well, I didn't want to make this video that long, so we're going to be at 40 minutes with this one, and I'm just going to drop it. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. Everything right now is based on how she recovers. And I'll know. And it sucks that I can't see her because she's in ICU. And that's that on that. I mean, I can't do anything about that. You know, Deanna lost a father-in-law to COVID last year. And, you know, she went to the VA to get some work done about a week and a half ago. And then when she got back, she was sick. She started getting sick. And that's what happened there. And she just got continuously worse until the point of being sick. It's kind of funny when I was at the hospital yesterday. I accidentally left my phone on, and it was hooked up to Tanya, and I was playing Me in the Hospital in that room, and Tanya got back to me and she said to me, she started talking about Deanna being sick. I was wondering what she was talking about and how she knew. I accidentally sent her a 6-minute video of not video, audio of me talking to the doctors and the doctors talking to Deanna. You know, it's, you know, like, are you kidding me? People, when you do your phone and you put it in your pocket, you know, be careful. And Now people will say, "Oh, I talk to Tanya." No, yeah, I do talk. We text back and forth with the WhatsApp app, the What's Up app every once in a while. But that's it. And sometimes she blasts me through that app. Uh, she's not on nobody's side. That's for damn sure. Um, okay, people, you take care. Everybody have a nice one.